Hey, Card Shark fans, there's another one of my favorite Card Sharks with me, Bob Eubanks, coming up, so stay tuned.
You can win this sporty truck with just one answer on Card Sharks. And if you play your cards right, you can win $32,000. And now, the host of Card Sharks, Bob Eubanks.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much, Charlie O'Donnell. And good morning, everybody. Welcome to Card Sharks. Wait till you see who we have with us today. We've got 10 very beautiful ladies who have a lot of very special equipment. Anyway, talk about equipment. We've got a new car to give away. We've got lots of money. We also have two very lovely dealers. So let me get them out right now. Here they come, our dealers on Card Sharks, Susanna Williams, and today's model is Kyle Aletter. Good morning. How are you?
Hello, Bob.
Let me tell everybody that Lacey is off having a baby.
That's right.
And so Kyle Aletter is with us all this week, who is the daughter of a very famous lady also. Lee Merriweather is Kyle's mother, right?
That's
It's nice
right.
to have you with us.
Thanks,
if we
Bob.
deal out the cards, we'll start with sudden death. Can we do that? Let's get our Card Sharks in here right now. Mark and Kathy.
Hello.
How are you, Mark?
I'm great. Good to be here.
Let me tell everybody, you've played the big money twice.
Twice.
Rules say you can play 5 times. Won $5,400 so
All right.
far. Not bad at all.
Not bad at all.
All right, tell us about Mark.
Thank you. My name's Mark Vogel. I'm a musician here in Los Angeles. Just a few weeks ago, I married the prettiest girl in Houston, Texas.
So you got married 2 weeks ago?
Just a few weeks ago.
A few weeks ago, you got married.
The prettiest girl in Houston.
Is that right?
That's
Where's she
right.
now?
She's here now.
So
She's
there's
right
no
out
pretty
in that
girls in
audience
Houston.
now.
Is that what you're telling me?
There's a few left, but I got the best.
Oh, I see. Okay, well, that's great. Kathy,
Thanks.
welcome back.
My name's Kathy Caccaro. I'm from Redondo Beach, California. I'm a former buyer for a major department store here in Southern California. And now I just stay home and take care of my beautiful little girl, Stephanie.
All right, so everybody has beautiful wives and beautiful little girls and all that others. Let's get the game going. When we left off last time, we were ready to play sudden death, which means it was the fourth and final question of game number 1. Someone has to win the game in the next play of the cards. Let's get it going. And let me tell you, I told you we had special people in our studio audience. We do. This question that I'm about to ask you, Kathy, involves 10 lady bodybuilders from Gold's Gym here in our studio audience. And ladies, please join us. All right. Ladies, first of all, welcome. Nice to have you with us. Now, before the show, Kathy, we ask our 10 lady bodybuilders, if you really loved a man, but he didn't like your big muscles, would you stop bodybuilding? How many of these 10 bodybuilders would stop bodybuilding if they really loved the guy?
I think they all look very committed to bodybuilding. So I think it's going to be...
I don't know what makes you say that.
They got great bodies. But I think it's going to be a low number, probably around 4.
4 of the 10 said that they would stop bodybuilding if they really loved the guy and he wanted them to. Mark, what do you think?
Well, they look pretty committed to me. I work out, and they all look better than I do. So I don't think too many of them have given up.
I would like to verify what you just said. You work out and you say they look better than you do?
They look pretty good, Bob.
You're absolutely right about that.
But I don't think very many of them would give it up, so that would be higher.
Your reasoning doesn't match your answer.
Well,
she said 4 of the 10 would give up bodybuilding if their guy wanted them to.
No.
Higher or lower than
Lower.
that? You think it's going to be lower?
Thank you, lower.
The actual number of these bodybuilders who would stop bodybuilding is only 1 of them. Yeah, you're right about that. Only 1. Who would it be? Who would give up the workout? Karen, you would, really? I mean, this has to be true love, right?
Well, I'm real committed now, 6 days a week, but if the Prince Charming came along, I suppose I would go for it.
You would say, give up the dumbbells for another one.
Yeah.
I see, okay. I got you. Okay, ladies, nice to have you with us. It's going to be fun having you with us all week. Sudden death time. Mark has the control. Mark, you know what your options are now. You can play it out. If you goof, she wins the game, or you can pass it on to her. She must play off the 8. If she goofs, you win the game.
This is a tough one.
No, it's not.
And I think I'm going to...
Hey, Mark.
Pass?
Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
Just play you and me, okay?
Okay, I'm going to pass.
You're going to pass it on to her. Okay, Kathy, up to you, hon.
Okay, I'm going to have to go higher, Bob.
Higher than the 8. No! You made the right choice, Mark. You win the game.
I was going to play it, too. Okay.
So game number 1 goes to Mark. $100 added to his total. When we come back, we'll set up for game number 2 on Card Sharks right after this.
I can't believe I almost played.
Talk about. It's a word game new to Buzzer that everyone will be talking about.
Prince Charles.
Prince Charles is right. We're going to say diamond.
You're right. Now you can talk about. Weekdays at 8. Right here on Buzzer.
Gotta break him in, you know what I mean? Okay, we're ready to play game number 2 now. Mark won the first game. Kathy, you have to win this game to stay in the match.
Okay.
It's the first player to win 2 games that goes on to play for the big money in a brand new truck today, so it's really neat. Okay, Mark, here's your question.
Okay.
Surveyed 100 men who have been divorced 3 times.
Okay.
How many times have you been divorced, Mark?
None.
We surveyed 100 men who have been divorced 3 times. We asked them, have any of your marriages lasted less than 1 year? How many divorced men said one of their marriages lasted less than 1 year?
Boy, tough question to relate to, so I'm going to have to go with my thought process on this. If they get divorced, they couldn't be married too long, 3 times, so one of them has got to be a short marriage. You said less than a year?
Yeah.
I'm going to go for a pretty good-sized number. Let's say 68.
68 out of 100 divorced men said one of their marriages lasted less than a year. Kathy, higher or lower than 68?
Well, I agree with Mark. I think that if they've been divorced, definitely the 3 times, definitely they're looking for something and they're not getting it. So 3 times is a lot.
That has nothing to do with this question.
So I think that it would be a little bit lower, though.
Okay, the actual number of divorced men who said one of their marriages lasted less than a year is 47 of them. You're right, Kathy, it was lower. All right, Kath. Hey, Susanna. You ready, Kathy?
Yeah.
First card is a deuce. How's that?
Higher, Bob.
Higher than that deuce? Got a 10 for you.
Lower, Bob.
Gonna go lower, ladies. Going on. Ooh. Not there. Mark gets a free chance. Can't
Alrighty.
change the card. Didn't win the question, but
Oh, a 9. Let's try lower.
lower than the 9. Nope. Okay, so we didn't make any progress. We will go on to another question. And Kathy, I've got an educated guess question for you. Interesting question, too. When the Japanese made their surprise attack on Pearl Harbor, they sent about 360 planes. How many of them did the Americans manage to shoot down? Tough question.
I would think probably around 55.
55. Mark, what do you say? Higher or
I
lower than
think
55?
I think that number's going to be a bit higher.
Think it's going to be higher than
Higher than 55.
The actual number of Japanese planes that the Americans shot down over Pearl Harbor, of the 360 planes, 29. Only 29. Wasn't higher, it was lower. It was not a good day. Kathy, you ready?
Higher again, Bob.
Let's go higher again, Bob. There you
Higher
go.
again, Bob.
Hey, how about this one?
Lower, Bob.
Going lower than that queen. Yep.
Higher, Bob.
If it's higher, you win the game. We play tiebreaker. Higher than the 4. Heck yeah. Look at that. How about that?
All right.
$100 for you.
Great.
Which means that we have to play a tiebreaker game. And remember, with a tiebreaker, it's one question, sudden death. So the winner of this question is our new champ. You'll notice that Susanna's only going to deal out 3 cards this time. And here we go. Questions for you, Mark.
Okay.
Surveyed 100 dads of 16-year-old boys. We asked them, honestly now, are you looking forward to the day your son grows up and leaves home? How many dads are looking forward to that day?
Well, 16's a tough age, a real tough age. I'm sure I was quite difficult at 16. So I think the dads are going to want that day to come. How many of them will admit it is another question. Let's go for 65.
65 out of 100 dads are looking forward to that day.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you think, Kath?
Well, I know my brother was wild, and my dad was just like, you know, let's get him out, get him on his own, and let him do his own thing.
We used to pack our kids' lunches in road maps.
Really, go, do it. So I think that it's a high number, but I think it's going to be a little bit lower.
A little lower than that?
Yeah.
Actual number of dads who are looking forward to the day their son leaves home is 42 of them. Yes, it was lower. Okay, Kathy. Now, Kath, got a couple of choices to make. I'll show you your base card. I'll show you Mark's base card. At that time, you must make a decision. Your base card is a deuce, and Mark's base card is an ace. How's that?
Okay.
Now, you can play it or you can pass it. You know
I'm going to have to play it.
You're going to play it. Okay,
Yep.
if you make a mistake, Mark wins the game and the championship. You ready? Here we go.
I'm going to go higher.
Higher than the deuce, 4.
I'm going to go higher.
If it's higher, you're the new champ. If it's not higher, Mark is the champ. Higher than a 4? Yeah! Congratulations to you.
Congratulations. Win some money. Win a lot of money.
Well, Mark, you leave us with $5,500.
That's great, Bob. Thank you
Good luck
very
with the
much.
new marriage, and thank you very much.
Thank
We'll see you again.
Thank
Come on, Kathy, right over here, hon. Okay. Our new champ. And when we come back, we're going to give her a chance to win thousands of dollars in a brand new truck, too. See you in just a moment.
Hi there, I'm Bob Eubanks. And guess what? You're watching Card Sharks on Buzzer. Let's play.
Welcome back to Card Sharks. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, our champ now has a chance of a lifetime to win a lot of money in just a few minutes time here. As you know, the girls are dealing out cards that you cut earlier. You can change one card per line. We're going to start you off with $200, and you're on your way. So
Great.
give the lady $200. You got it? Here we go. Come on, guys. Win some money for us. First card, Kathy, happens to be a 9. You can play or change.
I'm going to change that
Which one do you
card
want?
with number 2.
Number 2. All right, let's see what the 9 becomes. The 9 is now a 10. You got $200.
Okay. I'm going to bet $50 higher.
$50 higher than the 10. Ace is yours. $250.
I'm going to bet all of it lower.
Yeah, all of it lower than the ace. Jack, you got $500.
Okay, I'm going to bet $250 lower.
$250 lower than the Jack. Good one.
All right.
Sure. $750. Up here, we'll give you another $400. You got $1,150.
I'm going to change the card with number 1.
Number 1?
Yeah.
Okay. The 6 will now become an 8.
Ooh, okay.
That's Kyle's fault.
$50 lower.
$50 lower than the 8. 6 is yours.
Okay.
$1,200.
I'll try $300 higher.
300 higher than the 6. Jack.
All right.
$1,500.
Okay.
Kathy.
500 lower.
$500 lower than the Jack. There you go. $2,000. The 5 is the card. We'll say you got to bet at least half.
I'm going to change it.
Change the 5.
Yeah.
Woo!
I know.
Ooh. Kyle's fault.
Okay.
Got to bet at least 1,000.
I'm going to go $1,000 lower.
$1,000 lower than the 9. Be there for the lady. Yeah.
Yes!
There you go. Okay. That was fun, isn't it? So that gives you $3,200. And now we're going to give you a chance to win a brand new sporty little truck. And Charlie O is going to tell you about the truck. Charlie?
Indeed, I will, Bob. The Jeep Comanche Pioneer, a bold, tough two-door mid-size pickup. Has innovative design and engineering, plus rugged capabilities. Comes with California mission. Back to you, Bob.
Okay, Charles, thank you very much. Kathy, you ready?
Uh-huh.
Okay, now to win the truck, I'm going to ask you a question about our 10 lady bodybuilders down there. And then I'll ask you to go over there and register your answer on our range board. So, Kyle, may I have the question, please? Thank you very much. Okay, now this is about our 10 lady bodybuilders. Before the show, we ask our 10 bodybuilders, do you like to be dominated by a man? How many of these 10 bodybuilders do like to be dominated by a man? Now, what I want you to do is go over there and place the marker on your answer. Will you do that for me? How many of these 10 bodybuilders like to be dominated by a man? All right, you say 2 of the 10. Let me tell you, if you're right on the nose, you win the truck. If you're 1 away, like if the correct answer is 1 or 3, you'll add $500 to your total. So good luck to you. Okay. The actual number of these bodybuilders who like to be dominated by a man is 4 of them. 4 out of the 10. That means you don't win any more money, but heck, you're still our champ. You got $3,200. When we come back, we'll be the new challenger for it right after this. Don't go winner. Well, all right. You ready, Kathy, to meet a new challenger? Let's get him in here right now. Come on, Tim. How are you, my friend?
Just fine.
Good. Tell us about Tim.
Well, I'm Tim C. McGee. I'm originally from Kennett, Missouri. And
from where?
Kennett, Missouri.
Where's Kennett?
80 miles north of Memphis, Tennessee. The King's hometown. Elvis Presley.
Yeah.
And I've been breaking and training wild adopted Mustangs for about 60 years now. And me and my 2 Mustangs, Leroy and Sonny, travel up and down Southern California in parades promoting the Say No to Drugs as the Silver and Black Attack on Drugs.
So you train Mustangs?
Yes.
Now, these are little wild horses, right?
Oh, the wild ones, yes.
Okay, isn't there a problem in training them? I mean, aren't they so inbred that
well,
they're not as...
Not really, not when you get on their level. And that's what I do. I get down on, the horse's level.
But you got sore knees, don't you? Yeah. Okay, well, nice to have you with us, and let's get it going. If you win 2 games, you are a champ. That's all you have to remember. Okay. We'll get it started right now. Suzanne's got the cards all dealt out, and Kathy, the first question goes to you. We surveyed 100 people who lost $1 million in a business venture. We asked them, did you cry when you lost your $1 million? How many people did cry when they lost their $1 million?
Boy, I know if I had $1 million and I lost it, I would cry very, very hard for a long time. And I think that they probably worked very long and very hard for the money that they made, and it would be a big disaster to lose it. So I would think that a few of them definitely would cry.
How many do you think?
I think probably around 35.
35 out of 100 people did cry when they lost $1 million. Tim, higher or lower?
Well, No, one thing, I would cry if I lost $10 because I have, I mean, last $10 in your pocket, I've, misplaced it or lost it somewhere. But with people who have $1 million, it's like $1 million can come and go for them. So I'm going to say it's going to be higher.
So more
Higher
people
than
cried?
35.
More people...
Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Lower.
Lower, okay.
Lower.
Your answer didn't match your reasoning.
Less, yeah.
The actual number of people who cried when they lost their $1 million is 27 of them. You're right. Well, just a little bit lower. All right, Tim. You can change this card if you want it because you won the question. The card happens to be a 4.
Okay. Higher.
Higher than a 4, 10 is yours.
Lower.
Let's go lower, yeah.
Higher, Mr.
Going
Eubanks.
on, King.
Lower.
In order to win the game, will he run the cards? Lower it is. Yeah.
Oh, luck of the draw.
$100.
Wow.
Just like
Thank
that.
you.
Fastest $100 you can make anywhere in
It
the world.
sure
You know
is.
what I mean?
Even breaking
Okay.
the training
Kathy, pressure's on. You got to win this next game now. You got a sharp little contestant next to you. Okay, Susanna's going to deal out the cards, and we're on our way now with game number 2. And Tim, the first question goes to you. Okay. Did you see the 10 bodybuilders down
gosh.
there? Yeah.
How many of them are single? Or
I don't know. Maybe that's the question. I mean, you think, 4 of them like to be dominated by men. Yeah. You think you could dominate one of those girls?
4, though.
It's going to take a heck of a guy to dominate one of those girls. I just want you to know that. This question involves our 10 ladies. No, put your muscle down, please. This question involves our... You were making a muscle, weren't you? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, it involves our 10 lady bodybuilders. Here's the question now for you, Tim. Before the show, we asked these 10 bodybuilders, has a complete stranger ever asked if he could feel your muscles?
Oh, that's
Not your muscles, Tim. I'm talking. This question's about them.
That's got to be a low number, only because an idiot would ask a girl like that, "Can I feel your muscles?" Especially a stranger, because they're liable to knock his block off. I'm going to say only, as far as strangers, 3.
3 of the 10 have had a perfect
Yes.
stranger walk up and say, "Can I feel your muscles?" Kathy,
I think it's going to be a little higher.
think it is? Mm-hmm. Well, I'd be scared. Actual number of these bodybuilders who said a complete stranger is asked to feel their muscles is 8 of them.
Right.
Yeah. Can you believe that? Which 8 of you have had that happen? Raise your hand if you would, please. Ann, what'd you do?
Well, I started a small-scale war because the man had his wife with him, and he insisted that his wife also feel the muscles, which created quite a bit of tension in a brunch line on a Sunday morning.
So you just didn't stand there and flex for him, did you?
Oh, no, I didn't, but he kept insisting that his wife have a feel also, which created a few problems because she didn't really want to feel. She wanted a closer feel of his neck, I think.
Yeah, I see. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you for sharing your story. Has a stranger ever asked to feel your muscle?
No.
No? Okay. Kathy, you ready? Here we go. 6.
I'm going to change that
Change
card,
that
Bob.
6, sure. See what we got. 6 becomes now an 8.
Okay, I'm going to go higher.
Higher than the 8? Yeah, you're right.
Lower.
Going lower than the 10. It is.
Higher, Bob.
Is it higher? It is.
Higher, Bob.
In order to tie it up, higher than the 4? No. Wow. Tim gets a free chance at these cards. Tim, you can't change the card. Look what I got, 10.
Okay, lower.
Going lower, yeah.
Higher.
Is it higher? It is.
Higher.
Higher
Face
again.
card.
It is not. No. Guys, you got to learn that word. Freeze. Okay, we'll be back in just a moment with more. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I thought we were going to pause for a commercial. Okay, we'll go to Kathy then.
Okay.
Shucks, I wanted to stop for a commercial. I love them. Yeah. Especially if I'm doing them. Oh. We surveyed 100 mayors of cities across the country, and we asked them, if a factory that would provide 1,000 new jobs wanted to move to your town, but it would also double the air pollution, would you encourage it to move in? How many mayors would encourage the company to move in?
Since air pollution is such a big deal right now, I think that they would probably discourage that, even though it would create some more jobs. So I'm going to have to say it's a pretty low number and say around 33.
33 out of 100 mayors would encourage the company to move in. Tim, higher or lower?
I know in my hometown the humidity would keep it all right in the city, so I'm going to say even lower than that.
Even lower than that. The actual number of mayors who would encourage the company to move in is 35 of them.
Whoa.
35. There's 35 mayors in the country that ought to be impeached right now. You know that. Okay, Kathy.
Oh, change
the
that
8.
card. Change that
We'll
card.
do it. 8 becomes Jack.
Okay, lower, Bob.
Lower than the Jack 2.
Higher, Bob.
Is it higher? It is.
I'm going to freeze.
Freeze?
I'm going to freeze.
I taught him a new word, didn't I? Yeah, okay. They'll freeze right there. We'll be back right after this. Now I get to do a commercial. All the time we have for today. We'll see you next time on Card Sharks. Bye-bye.
Please. This is Charlie O'Donnell speaking for Card Sharks, a Mark Goodson television production.
Hey, Card Sharks.